The local authority have conceded today on a BF&I appeal. They've conceded on section I, but you've got an independent educational psychologist booked, and you're not happy with B&F, you want to know what to do. There are two choices. You can either say enough is enough, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the appeal process is exhausting. It's absolutely fine to go, I've got a win. I'm just going to take that win and I'm going to run, and I'm going to sort out B&F through annual reviews once my child is in their new school. Super. The other option, and to be honest, I mean, this would be my preferred option, is I would say, this appeal has been horrifically stressful. I've got to this point. I've got the school I want, but I am going to use it now to sort B&F once and for all. I do not want to ever go back to tribunal again unless I have to. So I'm going to carry on with the section B&F appeal. And I'm going to have the EP in. I'm going to amend my working document accordingly, and I'm going to go all the way, if necessary, just to a B&F.
Once you're there, it is harder than you could ever imagine to get back on again. You know, whilst you're in this process, you're so fueled, and your adrenaline is there all the time, and that is what pushes you forward. Once you kind of get off the bus, getting back on it again is incredibly hard, because you know that it's all encompassing, that it takes over everything. If you are in an appeal process, once you have got your EHCP absolutely as good as you are possibly going to get it, because you are putting in new professional evidence.
Yes.
Once you've got that, you are so far ahead of the game, because you are not constantly playing catch up. The alternative that it's always in the back of your mind, you know, I'm going to go to annual review. I've still got to appeal at some point. It's still going to be hanging there, and it is like a little worry monster on your shoulder, because you know that. And if you are in that situation, yes, if you're in a specialist independent school, a huge amount's going to be done, because it's part and parcel of that school package. It's embedded within that school ethos. It's embedded within that curriculum. But in order to make it really enforceable, what you need, and once you've done it, all you're doing then at annual review is bits and pieces. And 9 times out of 10, if you're in a specialist independent school, those bits and pieces will be agreed, because it's going to be there. You'll have a Senko behind you who does this all the time and absolutely knows your child and absolutely knows what needs to be done. But yeah, if you are in the appeal process, I would say carry on.
I think
however, watch for the local authority, because what they're likely to do now is hold you over a bit of a barrel. They're likely to say, we've agreed section I, if you concede on everything, then we sign a consent agreement and it happens quite quickly. If you want to carry on with sections B and F, then we won't be finally agreeing and conceding until later in the process. So you'll have to wait longer for the section I, for the school placement to start. So you will need to weigh up that balance. And in my experience, if you tell them to begin with, that's great. Please, confirm to tribunal that you're agreeing the placement so I can be removed from the appeal. Let's carry on working on the working document. You get the working document as good as you can. Kind of don't necessarily stick out to the absolute end. Have your bottom line and be ready to concede once you've got it sort of as good as you can, because once you do it, you concede. The process for conceding is, once you've agreed the working document, including B, F and I, you don't withdraw the appeal. The local authority must draw up a consent agreement. And in that consent agreement, you both sign it, you send it to the judge. The judge reviews the decisions to make sure that they're legal, that a parent isn't being detrimented. And then they will send out an order. Once they send out an order, there's a time scale to respond to. And they can't go back on it. Once you've got an order in your hands, the local authority can't say, oh, I changed my mind, actually, we're not going to give this, we're going to give this instead. Okay?